what you said makes it has a lot of imperatives, especially in terms of UP's contribution to India's economy, because that is very, very important for India to realize its bigger economic prowess and economic ambitions. And the talks about this has consolidated and somehow reflected in the policies of Uttar Pradesh. So let me ask you a question that combines three factors into this massive economic push. One is, how do you see the infrastructure transformation? And also there is a massive issue of unemployment as an electoral agenda, not just in this election, but also in 2019 Lok Sabha election. This, and in terms of investment and attraction of businesses to Uttar Pradesh, how do you think the state has done?
Yeah, in fact, if you see, all of these things are combined. So when Yogi Adityanath became the chief minister, he took the oath of office in 2017. By the time he's already a 5 terms MP. He have roamed almost in every state of India. He have seen industrialized states like Tamil Nadu, like Gujarat, like Maharashtra. He, as a parliamentarian, he has been to a couple of countries outside as government committees. So he has realized that to bring prosperity, right, you have to have businesses. Government can provide jobs. We all know, right? Government only provides 2 to 3% of all jobs available, right? It's the private sector that has to create prosperity. And private sector will not come if the environment is unsafe, if your money is unsafe, if your employee is unsafe. So for number one is law and order, which we already discussed. Number two, what all you need to run an enterprise? You need electricity, right? And electricity, it used to come based on which district are you from. So if Mulayam Singh Yadav is the chief minister, Akhilesh Yadav is the chief minister, 5-6 districts where they have their political power, they will get like 20 plus hours of electricity.
Right.
If Mayawati is chief minister, the districts will change. So they will not manage that. How will generate more electricity? How will we buy more electricity? They will just say how to distribute and how to cut and where not to cut, where to cut. Right. And this was I think the problem Yogi took head on, right? And by the time, we should give credit to Piyush Goyal ji. Piyush Goyal ji, if you remember, was the power minister in his first Modi 1 government, right? And he made engaging with power exchange is very easy. That how you can buy and sell power, right? In fact, he made an app. His team made an app where you can find out that which state is offering power, which state is buying power, right? And you can't claim a foul that, oh, power is not available. And he in fact exposed Akhilesh Yadav in 2014 to 17, when there was no double engine ki sarkar, when center was Modi and state was Akhilesh, right? And Akhilesh used to say, no, we don't have power available, right? And Piyush Goyal ji exposed him, no, power is available, you're not buying it. That's a different thing. And why you're not buying it? Because you don't have money.
There's no money, right?
There's no money. And why there's no money? Because to be popular, you're not charging anyone. Half of the bijli is free. So what Yogi did, a couple of things. He said, "Sabko bijli, nirbad bijli," like bijli, electricity to everyone, and it'll be uninterrupted bijli and paryapt bijli. And you will be surprised that the peak electricity that has been transmitted in Akhilesh at the time is 16,000 megawatt. The peak electricity that has been transmitted in Yogi Adityanath's time is 24,000 megawatt. It's an increase of almost 8,000 megawatt. That's almost a power supply for a small state, right? And average village is getting almost 6 to 7 hours of more of electricity. Average urban town is getting 3 to 4 hours of more electricity. Can you imagine 8 hours of more electricity? What it means to the economy? If you have more smaller businesses will come, you will buy more appliances, right? So electricity is like almost the base of any industrial activity, right? So that's one. Second, he realized for any big manufacturing hub, you have to have good roads. And I'm sure no one is away from that how expressways are coming in UP. Purvanchal Expressway, Ganga Expressway, Gorakhpur Link Expressway, Bundelkhand Expressway. Oh my God. UP is becoming, and what Prime Minister said? That UP is becoming Express Pradesh under Yogi Adityanath, right? That's like a statement, right? So that's one. Third thing is the airports, right? Because a lot of these people have to have quick travel, right? So earlier, UP had only 25 flights from different airports, right? Now UP has more than 70 flights from different airports, different routes. Earlier, only 2 international airports. Now 3 active, 2 Ayodhya and Jewar are already started, right? So massive infrastructure push. Anyone who understands infrastructure, they will realize that what could have been done in 10, 15 years is being done in this 4.5 years. And mind you, we have wasted or kind of almost 1.5 years in Corona. In spite of that, all of this. So expressways, electricity, airports. So this is on the big business side. On the smaller business side, there is some very innovative scheme called ODOP, one district, one product. Right. So Yogi Adityanath's team identified one product from every district, like Aligarh ke tale, like Firozabad ki chuniya, like Banaras ki sadiyan, like Bhadohi ke kaleen, right? And made sure they'll become like an economic zone in itself. They get training, right? They get finance, they get money to participate in exhibitions in bigger towns, or it's an outside country, right? That created huge jobs and huge revenue. And the outcome of all of this is that UP's GDP, which was 6th or 7th in Akhilesh's time when he left the office, it became 2nd, right? Like it's a huge jump. UP's ease of business, which was 12th in Akhilesh's time, has become 2nd in Yogi Adityanath's time, number 2, right? And this is the parameter that the UP never even measured, like ease of doing business. No. This is for Gujarat. This is for Maharashtra. This is for Tamil Nadu. This is for Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. How can UP compete in ease of doing business? We are doing only ease of doing gundagardi, right? So like people in UP were surprised, like, okay, in these parameters can also we come up, right? GDP number 2, ease of doing number 2. Okay. And per capita income of people in general, which was almost 44,000, 45,000 Akhilesh at the time, jumped to 95,000 in Yogi Adityanath's time just in a matter of 4 years. Unemployment as per CMIE data was 17.5% in UP in Akhilesh's time when he left the office. It has become 4.1% in Yogi's time. Right. So massive change from electricity to infrastructure led to investment, and that led to robust law and order, and that led to these parameters of GDP, of employment, and of ease of doing business.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.